We can drive back down here tomorrow in the Land Rover and take a look at the fields, but we don't have to drive into them. We can just look over the hedge and see how they're doing. So, nice. Concerns me I can still see little patches of green on the field, which makes me wonder, are those just weeds that the tops have been pulled off but they're still there? Not going to be a problem. Yes, we will find out. Okay. I need to refill my glass and then we can get back to this weeding log. Then hopefully the sheep will have eaten enough of the hay. Check on that when we come back. But regardless, I'll probably stick the bucket on the front, ready for dealing with them. Okay, here we are. The last grass field. It's a big patch. That bit again. Nope. I managed to trap it and pull it. Okay. So again, I think this grass down the edge is a lost cause. Short of me ploughing up the entire area, or potentially painting it with matte grass using the landscape tool. Let's see the rows I planted. So is that it? Doesn't seem to have been a lot of weeds. Strip there, strip there, strip there. See, I'm not seeing those. I wasn't seeing those. Where's that one? It's over on the left. See what we can see. So supposedly there is a strip of weeds here. I'm guessing it's not sufficient to kind of how the graphics are resolved against the field content data. I think there is weeds there, but not sufficient weeds for the graphics to display them. It would be kind of like having 4 data points for each graphical point. So if 3 graphical points have weeds in, or if 3 data points have weeds in, then the graphical point will show weeds, and if only 2 or 1 have weed points in, then they won't show. Okay, this, we'll stick it with the other grass equipment, since that's why we bought it, and since I'm using the the Lindner, I can park it in the corner because four-wheel steering. So drop that down and detach it. So, grassland harrow. A very cheap, useful piece of equipment, I think. But I'm not sure whether it'll be as usable on, say, the farming agency version of this map. Also, I'm not sure we're going to that model yet or not. I think I will be downloading it and I will be doing a trial transfer just to see what it looks like. But I'm not in any hurry to switch to that map because we're not using the expanded crop types. And if we're not using the expanded crop types, then having the sheep eating carrots when I can't grow them is a problem. And also the map doesn't have the soil map for precision farming yet. But if it does end up getting it, then I'll probably use that in favour of waiting for Oxygen David to maybe do it. Okay, 376 litres, pretty much what I estimated, guessed at. Oops. Let's just make a mess. And yeah, there's no room in the trough. Other page. Yeah, grass is full still. But the hail went, so that's a good thing. Well, they took 100. Or did they? Because there's a bunch around the back. Okay. Guess we'll see how we do. Oh, yeah, no, that's not going to work. There we go. Okay, so that should be the ground clear. It did take about 40 litres, 47 litres. Let's speed up time for about half an hour. Maybe less. Cleanliness, right, cleanliness back up to 100%. 244, 4. So I want to wait for another step. There you go. Just slow it down. So every about 15 minutes, the sheep eat some food, make a mess, generate some more. And so what we want to do is get it on that. Yeah, just a little too short. Okay. We have 58 left. Oops. Plus almost negligible on the back. 69. Okay, 69 more. We should be able to wait until 10 o'clock. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they just made a 5 litre mess. The 59 should now all absorb. There we go. So sheep happy, sheep clean, sheep have wool. Done with the Lindner for now. Possibly, yeah, 10 o'clock for the day. We can let the sheep do sheep stuff. Today's the last day of wool production, and then I won't be cleaning up their feed area for the rest of the year. Because cleanliness only affects production, and since they're not producing, I don't need to waste the time. I do need to keep them fed because we don't want dead sheep. That would be a bad thing. We'll stick this over behind the gate, maybe. Oh yeah, that fits nicely. Because I got nowhere else. I could put it over where I usually store the attachments. But the only thing we're using that for now is to clean up the sheep. I could leave it over here with the wood fork. But, now we're good. So I'll stick this back in its shed. Did I shut the gate? So yeah, we're down to 2 stacks of barrels for fertiliser, less than a pallet, or about a pallet and a half of seed. And no, I didn't shut the gate. That probably means I didn't shut the gate at the top of the field either. Do that now. So yes, tomorrow evening, 4 o'clock, we should have silage. So we'll be looking to sell that. And then checking on the fields in the morning. So what I'm going to do now is, it's 10 o'clock. It's actually a damp morning. Which is probably good because it means the crops are getting water. But we'll skip through the rest of the day. Oops. And down there looks okay. Everything up here looks okay. Sheep are okay. That's going to need to be refilled because I used a lot of fertilizer. And dog. Hi, dog. Okay, so let's stand here and watch time progress, because we're kind of done the day. Oh, no we're not. I'm not paying attention, am I? Come on, we have stuff to lift. So, good thing here is I can actually move all 4 bales, or all 4 pallets. Leave me much more room to make more wool. Although, as I said, we've only got, what is it? 8.5 hours more wool to produce, and then that's it for the year. Need to leave enough space on the right side of the barn for next year's hay. This year's hay for next year's feed. And turn off the forks. Slam them up against the wall and turn the forks back on. Okay, gonna get the other two. Although there was a full, great demand for wool. Assume it was wool. Could be cotton, although we can't grow cotton with this geo. Oh, that's the other thing that would change if we went to the farming agency's version of this map, is the geo we're using would be the one they've embedded in the map. Rather than the one I've selected to use so far for this map. Yes, indeed. Okay, push that up against the wall. Go and get the last one. Through that gap, that's not bad considering the size and maneuverability of this one. There we go. Now, unfortunately, I'm sitting on the spawn point, so need to make this quick. Well, so long as we're not doing it. Because of the way it works, we're at 33 minutes after, so we got the warning that no more room for wool. So long as we move it by 45, there's not going to be any complaints. If I'm parked on that spot at 15:45, then it'll complain again that there's no room for wool, but because I'm parked there. Anyway. This in the shed. Yeah, we'll have scary amounts of wool next year. We made, what was it, 31 this year? Should end up with probably 55,000. More money next year. Right there. I can turn that off. So wool spawns should be fairly low for the rest of the day. We're producing over 25% per tick. Okay, so that's about 6 hours later, and we got 1.5. So 3 more hours of production, and then sheep are done being sheeps for the year. Late spring 2100, we can sleep for, I'm going 11 hours, really. So what's the, oh, days are long and warm in summer. 320, so we've reduced our loan payments by about a third. That's good. We're going to get the Fent, move whatever wool is remaining for us, and then figure out the rest of the day. But we'll be back tomorrow to figure out all the jobs for tomorrow. Yeah, we only did another 25% of that bale in the last hour of production. That's the problem. I'm leaving a little bit too much room there, which is why the front one keeps falling off. Okay, ground temps are 11 degrees. Good. We're kind of done with this needing a front loader on it all the time. Drop those off. Well, we're not, because I'm probably going to need to go and buy consumables later in the year. But for right now, I don't think we need anything at the store. So I think we can drop this off. We can probably drop the front loader too. For the most part, we're just going to be using this to haul stuff, nothing else. And since I'm in it, we'll drive down to the bottom fields and take a look, see what's going on. Yes, Captain Zank, have a Merry Christmas, take care. As I said, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. But for right away, I'm going to check what do our fields look like. Definitely looks like the grass is growing. So hopefully there'll be something to cut come late spring. No, late summer. First day of late summer, we should be able to cut that. Should probably get myself a little gator or something like that. Well, we got the Land Rover. But, probably shouldn't be driving on the road just to go look at our crops. That would be silly. Oh, that certainly looks like something's growing over there, though. That's brilliant. Okay. Well, that's good news. So we can come back later today with the sprayer and try not to hit the car. spray these fields with some fertilizer probably. So the weeds are back as well. Yeah, we got a good few patches of weeds in those two fields. So we'll do those again with the spray next time. No failure to germinate, so we've got 100% germination on both fields. So in spite of the fact we planted when it was 6 degrees, the temperature dropped to 5 degrees, we had full established crop. So actually not a disaster. As I said, so like you can plant the ground when the ground's too cold. Nothing will happen to the seeds until the temperatures reach germination temperature. And then you're playing risk, because if the temperatures go up and then go back below germination temperature, you're probably going to lose some of the crop. But for what we have going, the temperatures came up and just kept going up. So no germination failure on these fields. The risk is usually, planting in fall with the winter crops. You could lose something there. I'm not intending winter crops next year if we're going to go with the precision farming, because I want all of the fields reset at the same point. This is looking interesting. So this is not ready to harvest. Still growing, but this is very close to being ready to harvest. Now, in actuality, we're not going to be ready to harvest until early or late summer. I'm probably going to want to come out here with the sprayer and the GPS as early as possible. So we'll probably do that first, then go do the sunflowers. I also want to go up and check on the sugar beets, see how they're faring, and the canola. Might as well do all of them while we're trolling around in our little tractor, or our big tractor. Our big tractor with the smaller engine. Turn the beacons off because this is my road. But it does look like I need to come back with the weeder on the grass fields to control those weeds. What I don't want is them establishing into flowering weeds, because they're stuck there unless we bring the herbicide out. Now we could do that with those fields, these two grass fields, because we haven't sprayed them yet. I think doing the weedy thing is probably the better way. I can attach the weeder on the back of this now. Okay, so the wheat is, oh no, that's the canola, is all yellow and purdy. And there's the sugar beets all doing sugar beet stuff. So we need to come back and spray the sugar beet field for fertilizer. And then way over there is our wheat field, which I'm assuming looks just like the barley field, except with wheat in instead of barley. Okay, so back to the farm, let's get some breakfast and we'll pick up the stream tomorrow with a whole bunch of fields needing liquid spray. But for right now, if you don't plan on joining us tomorrow morning, have a Merry Christmas. And if you do, I'll see you tomorrow. For right now, I'm out of here.